And so it begins, or so it continues. My name's Boit. I'm excited to be here. You're excited to be here. Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is Yoshii. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Nullus. Game number 2, best of 5. Every single series in this tournament, including the finals, is a best of 5. We'll talk a little bit about what's going to be happening in that finals. But first game, what a game there by Nullus. Incredibly resilient, took so much pressure, bounced off it, continued to make the right plays, and found the dub there, up 1-0 in this series. New game, new these guys. They've got to shake that off and say, what can we do here? We're now on a water map of all things, and looks like a 2-fish spawn water map, and it's looking like the kind of Midgard-esque water map, but everything is kind of spread out into 4 different ponds. I'm a big fan of this water map, and I think that this is the type of map that I think Age of Mythology is missing. I think this map Age of Mythology is missing quite a bit, because this is one of those maps that I feel like there's so much opportunity for strategy here that is like in a really big way. Like, where do I put my first dock? Obviously, in a competitive Mega Random, you don't know, so you will always put your first dock here just to be safe. But like, let's say you're playing, I don't know, Thor, and you spawn in on this map and you go, well, maybe I should send my Ulfsark up here, get the dock up a little bit later, but take my forward fish first, and then come back here and take the safe fish back here second, to ensure that I get the entirety of the water to myself in the Archaic Age, which that means I can defend it a little bit easier, and those kinds of things. And like, there's lots of exciting stuff that could go along with that. But neither here nor there. I like this map, and we're going to be seeing some fun stuff that happens here. All right. So what's happening in the finals? I didn't mention it, so let's talk about it in this game. So when we get to the finals, because this is a double elimination, basically what the double elimination means is that every player gets another life. So one player will make the finals without dropping a game. That is how these sort of single elimination tournaments work. There's also a losers bracket, which is going to be continuing underneath this bracket from right now, from the round of 8 onwards, and will then collide with the finals when we get there. Now, if the player who hasn't lost ends up losing the finals, there will be what we call a bracket reset, and they will then play another best of 5. Otherwise, they will just be crowned the tournament victor. Obviously not ideal for the maximum amount of games, but ideal for the maximum amount of fairness, which is sort of what we're going for in this tournament. As the game continues along, Yoshii here, he's already up on this second side over here. He's got his fish out on this position here. He's scouting out with the fishing ship, trying to know exactly how many fishing ships he needs to build on this map. And this is vitally important. This is something that on competitive Mega Random, if you do not do on every single one of the water maps, I believe you just don't know how to play the map. So you don't know how to macro the early game. And these guys are all top players, and they can kind of improvise like basically the perfect build orders for any sort of amount of fish in their maps. Now, Nullus here, he isn't going for any sort of improvisation. He is just going for a straight fast classical age. This is totally fine with Atlantean, because it doesn't matter when you build the fishing ships. You can continue building fishing ships throughout the game. There's no problem with that. You don't have to just stop building fishing ships because you clicked up to the classical age. This is one of those misnomers which has come through because of like Anatolia, Midgard, these maps. If you're playing Greek or Norse, it's just better to do the other thing. But you can build the fishing ships first, you get all your spots first, but you can always just continue to build fishing ships throughout the game. Even if your fishing ships die, you can rebuild them. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's amazing. We'll see how things are going to go. Prometheus is through now for Nullus. Yoshii, on the other hand here, still not advanced, but he does have the resources now, and he's going to be going through Athena. I would like to see this get walled up, defending that tower. He's already got himself sentinels up, so pretty nice and safe there. Docks on both sides for Yoshii here as well. So he's going to have a lot of different options here for fish. And let me just check out Nullus's perspective here. Nullus does know there's fish over here. So at any point here, he can move over there and start harassing or even put a dock down and enjoy that. We do see a Bareem just safely coming out here. Nullus is such a safe player in Age of Mythology. He's probably the most... I mean, this is hard to say because obviously Chemo plays the game as well, but Nullus is possibly the most safe Age of Mythology player out there. Like, he plays the game to not lose. The epitome of to not lose. As the Prometheans scouting around, there is this villager over here who could potentially take that one out with some good micro there, but decides against it, going to be moving elsewhere, scouting around. Oracle on this position as well. And we'll see how things are going to go up. Relics here on the map there that could get picked up. We do have the trio spell, very, very strong relic there with the plus range. I don't see another relic. Maybe one's already been picked up. No. Where is it? There should be two. Someone's holding a relic or I'm blind. There it is. So we do see one relic coming. Boots and kick everything! As if Oranos' units aren't fast enough. As he picks up the boots of kick everything, and he is going to be zooming around the map with these heroes. I'm interested to see exactly what they're going to what they're going to feel like. Let's see if as he pops them out, how fast are these bad boys going to get? 5.5 speed, maybe 5.6 speed for those Murmillo heroes. Bonkers. Anyways, we'll have to wait and see for him to actually click the Valor. But Yoshii is in his base. He's fully walled up. Towers in. Upgrades in. Do we see Persine for Yoshii? Persine not in just yet for Yoshii. That's a big one that he's missing there. But it looks like he might be going for a Talon Center here first. As there's the Valor. 5.76. 6.36 speed on that Terma hero. That Terma is going to be zooming. He's just like, I don't know what that was. Don't ask me. I don't know what it was, but he's actually imagine exactly if he goes Thea and gets Hero Contarius. What are they, 7 point something? I don't even want to think about it. I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to think about it. All right, so barracks coming up, archery range coming up. Yoshii still no Persine? Wow. He's got 18 fishing ships, no Persine. Persine is effectively getting himself in this current state of fishing ship. You get something like 6 extra fishing ships just from getting that one upgrade. So big. We do see the town center coming up now. But Nullus here. We'll see if he can make this attack happen or what's going to go down, as we do see a town center coming up for Nullus as well on this position. Big shockwave coming in to try and take out some of these villages here. Good restoration here, but it's probably a little bit of an overkill to trade restoration for a shockwave there. So it just takes the villager kill, and they're going to be retreating out of here. Managing to take out a couple of those heroes as well to boot, or one hero to boot, as another villager does end up falling there. As the Minotaur coming in. Got to be careful to stay away from those Murmillo, but these Sentinels here are going to be getting some good damage onto this position as the villagers getting pushed back. Villagers retreating off of this position there. And Nullus will have to pull away as the town center at the top going to be going up. Nullus does spot this with that Oracle. He sees a lot with this bad boy. Meanwhile, over on this position, we do see a dock is up, so at least a little bit of a fishing ship's coming out here for Nullus. But he is still 8 fishing ships behind in this game, which might not seem like a huge thing. And in reality, it's probably not that crazy big of a difference. 8 fishing ships, it's kind of closer to maybe especially without fully upgraded fishing ships, or any upgraded fishing ships, probably close to about 4 extra actual villages or 5 extra actual villages, especially with the walking time going on there on the water. But even so, he's still making some good decisions here, getting this dock up and trying to grab these spots as well. He can put some pressure on. He has put some pressure on over here. So a couple of fishing ships actually getting pushed off of this location. 4 to be accurate there. But no, let's see it. what to next. There's more military buildings going to be coming up. Hyperion clicked up for Nullus as well. So not going to be dilly-dallying in the classical age here at all. Considering Nullus is the Hades expert, he's played a lot of games against Oranos. He's going to have to know what things he's struggled against playing as Hades here. And for one big thing that I do think can catch Hades players off guard is Hyperion, and it is mass satyr. Why? Because your opponent, he's only got 2 heroes if he's stuck in the classical age, 3 heroes with the Achilles. But those satyr, you can micro the crap out of them. They can and just keep them alive and just keep building the numbers. If you can get them up to like 4 or 5, they start absolutely massacring the Toxotes, and it can be really tough for the Hades player, for the Greek player to actually fight those. As Nullus here has to retreat back. Yoshii's still in a really good spot. I mean, he's got a handful of military buildings. He's got this gold mine over on this position, which is super out in the open, but already moving onto it. Very smart there with only 600 gold in the main base, but still getting some good pressure on as Yoshii realizing what's coming for him. As the Satyr, got to be careful. You don't want to be losing that. It's such a vitally important myth unit here, as Nullus does it smartly pull away with that one. As the army's still pushing through, the Murmillo are going to be immediately targeting down that Chiron there, as Yoshii not paying attention. Over here, the Satyr sitting on this position. We see more Satyr coming in, as well as Jamino coming through, which is going to allow those Satyr to do max amounts of damage with that special ability. As the army gets pushed back, and Yoshii's going to have to reconsider what next. But while this is all going on, again, I just love watching Yoshii's play, because he does the little things right a lot of the time. Maybe strategically not the most sound all of the time, but the little things are always right. Walls up, defending this gold mine, giving himself every opportunity to stay alive in this game. As we do see up here, the fishing ship's getting pushed off. Yoshii gets a little bit of damage done over there, and he's completely fine here in this game, as the Murmillo raids will be coming through, but Yoshii should get a couple of units out here to defend. Shouldn't be all too bad. He is producing out of 3 military buildings, as a 4th one is about to start here. As the villagers are going to be retreating away. A little bit of shanky shanks happening as well there. And meanwhile, up on this position, we do see, like, probably not the best of fights here for Yoshii, but in a way, he's actually keeping Nullus preoccupied, which is almost better than trying to take good fights, as in the Greek versus Atlantean matchup. Just keeping him preoccupied can be really good, as the Palace does end up coming up here for Nullus. The Destroyer starting to come out. But he's going for that Destroyer Arcus Satyr composition. There's no point in going for anything else. He's still making some Murmillo because he needs a front line, but if you can get out enough Destroyers, I'm sure he'll stop those Murmillos. But Yoshii here is just about to push into a really good position. He's also making farms, which is kind of crazy considering he's got 22 fishing ships. If that doesn't say something about how much food you need to play this Civ, I mean, Labyrinth of... Wait, is he making Minotaur as well? Labyrinth of Minotaurs. I love this upgrade. 25% reduction in Minotaur cost? Yes, please. I mean, that being said, it's still 20 favor, and it takes a while for it to pay itself in regards to that. But it does also give the HP upgrade of 40%. So once you build a couple of them, it can be really well worth it to grab that upgrade just from a HP standpoint. As now Yoshii, he can start spamming out those Minotaurs if he so chooses. As Plow coming through, Erebus coming through, Minotaurs starting up. You don't see this very often. You don't see this very often from a Hades player. As the Ghost Building's coming down over here, attempting to defend himself against this little cheeky raid. Walls on this position as well, as the military academy can get taken down. Yoshii does need to retreat back here and defend, otherwise he's going to take a lot of pressure here. As the military academy, will it finish up? It doesn't matter. It's so low on HP. It goes down immediately there. As the villagers going to pull back, jump into that town center there. as the Yoshii army going to be attempting to pull back in here and see what they can do. It's the Ajax just distracting around. Villagers going to sit idle. There's no other gold on the map. Oh, I told a lie. There's an amazing gold mine back here. But the big thing is that Nullus, you can build a dock here. You can get not a fishing ship out, a transport ship out, and you can get in and hit this position really, really easily, especially like a transport ship and a citizen to sneak in here and get like what do you call it? A sky passage. That would be absolutely devastating for Yoshii if he could sneak a sky passage into the back of the map there. We'll see if that's what he's going to be going for. No, he's making a siege barrage. No, he's not going Mythic Age just yet, but the siege barames are going to be in range of this town center, so that's huge. Great idea there for Nullus, focusing that one in first and foremost. One of the really, really big weaknesses of Atlantean and some other, I guess, Norse as well, is, as we see the Chaos getting dropped down there, taking out one of those Minotaurs, is the Siege. The Siege is so weak for these civs. Well, I mean, Firestorm is actually pretty good, but you don't have that ranged Siege that every other civ has as Oranos. So just getting that in here to help out against this town center is absolutely gigantic. As the Chiron comes through, we'll be able to take out that Minotaur. More Bull Minotaurs are getting made here. Manticores, Bull Minotaurs, all of the myth units here for Yoshii as he is having some fun in this game. One thing that people forget about myth units from time to time is it doesn't cost gold. So Yoshii here is going to be able to utilize all that gold on, like, well, not very much because he's going to be making the Paspists and Toxotes and maybe not even making the Hippocon anymore, though they're still coming out for the time being. As the temple does end up getting taken out over here as Destroyer's pushing through 4.68 speed. Destroyer Heroes is a big, big, strong boy. As the Arcus Heroes coming through, going to get a little bit of damage done over here. Villagers in the top corner for Yoshii. Going to mark it up to start that trade route beautifully from one side to the other. The Nullus Siege Barames going after this dock here. Going to attempt to take both of those out as fast as he possibly can, as those Destroyer Heroes will end up getting cleaned up. Helios now on the way for Nullus. As, I mean, there is another win condition here for Nullus. Now, this might seem crazy because a lot of the times Hades can kind of survive and just push through and just win. But just controlling this gold mine and then also getting in onto this corner here and stopping any sort of trade route. So he has to control this part of the map and this part of the map. Could be enough here because this gold mine will expire soon. This gold mine will expire as well. And so long as Nullus just keeps on getting that economy going, getting his economic upgrades in, getting his armory upgrades in, getting his line upgrades in, and just keeping himself that one step in front of the Hades, he might be able to squeeze out a win here. Score-wise, he's in a really, really good position. So he's obviously, that means his economy is in a really, really good position as well. As the Achilles coming through, going to be able to slice up that satyr there. This is one of the weaknesses for that mass kind of myth unit strat is the Achilles. You can kill this one off, and the secret to picking off Achilles and actually picking off any speedy unit in the game, the priority unit like Bellerophon, Achilles, Atlanta, is you get one of these Mermillo or one of these Destroyers or a Contarius, and you target the Achilles down, and then you target it down as well with your ranged units, with your Arcus. And that way, he gets snared and gets brought below 5.5 speed or below 5.0 speed, and you're able to actually take that one out and keep your myth units alive much, much easier, as opposed to waiting for the Achilles to actually start targeting down your own myth unit before you actually get any damage done onto it. Bronze shields coming through, medium archers coming through. Yoshii or Nullus going to be moving up to the top corner here. Still more palaces coming up all across the map here. He's got this gold star idea in a good way, but I don't think he realizes how safe Yoshii is playing, how good this trade route is. 84 gold there. And also, obviously, an Earthquake here is going to be really, really strong. Irrigation coming through as well for Yoshii. Bronze Mail Quarry coming through for Nullus. The economy upgrades are really starting to kick in. There is probably a world where maybe Nullus can go for a Titan here. Obviously, he's probably not going to be able to win the game, but he can use it to push through this location and just get damage done, kill off this town center, get set up on this position as well, and then potentially prevent this home town center from doing all too much. as the Hecagigantes starting to wander in onto this position. Going to be going straight after this town center here. I'm sure he is a big, big boy as he has got those 4. What are these units? I love me a good Peltast, but I don't love me a good Peltast. In a way, against the destroyers, I understand Peltast because Toxides don't do any damage to the destroyers anyways. So why not just get the bonus damage against the Arcus? But the problem is we just saw those Peltast just threw a bunch of arrows and they're all just missing. They're all just missing. I mean, he finally hits them because of the Arcus get kind of stuck out. But with just a little bit of micro, these Arcus just end up being super drunk and super sad. But Yoshii's Town Center here is going to be getting taken out here as Restoration comes down there for Yoshii. Too little, too late. Watchtower coming up. Iron Shield's champion, Infantry champion. Archer's coming through for Nullus as well. He is in a great position. This gold mine also just about to be out here. Remember, this gold mine here we said was probably going to be safe for Yoshii to some degree. But Nullus is making this push work incredibly well. But now we see some of those Hades shades coming over to help out. Hephaestus is being clicked up. And we've seen it time and time again. Hades and Hephaestus beating an Atlantean down 2 to 3 town centers. If the Atlantean player can get this town center, get 4 to 2 town center, get solidified, then the Hades generally has no chance. But to get to that position, that's the hard part. As we do see the Pentagon is out to take down these docks. Some more fire siphons coming through here. And the question is, can Nullus stop this town center from coming up? The answer seems to be no here at this moment. That was wild. I don't know what that was. Did he still have his special? I don't know. But the vortex coming in, there's not many units there. That's not many units at all. Nullus is like majority. Wait, did he have units in the palace or something? No. Nullus is majority economy here. Majority economy. He's still getting all of his upgrades. As this town center is starting to feel some pain. Town center back up over here. Architects coming in. Fortress coming down for Yoshii. It's really important to get that fortress up and start making Heliopoli. Why? These units just aren't that good against Heliopoli. Destroys 7.5 damage, not that much. Fanatics, 15 damage, but costing 3 population. Not that much compared to any like of the big units. Counterpelty, Nermillo, those units are the best. Contarius, those units are the best against the best against those Heliopoli. Contarius have 3 pop or 2. I always forget. Hold on. 3 pop. Never mind. Contarius not the best, but Mermillo and Catapeltes especially. No units here to deal with those. It's like so many fortresses up here for Yoshii. Yoshii is just like, come at me, bro. I'm just going to defend all game, and there's nothing you can do. And in a way, he's not wrong. Nullus is trying to make it work. He sees the trade route. He sees what's happening here. Will there be any attempt to make this work as the Vortex pushing back over onto this position, going to attempt to take out this town center here, take out this fortress, and see what he can do. But the villagers are in. They're trying to take the fire siphon down with architects in, with Hades' unique bonus, building bonus. These buildings take forever to go down. 3,255 HP. The destroyers getting tons of damage. There's 5 destroyers here, plus the Hecagigantes, plus the fire siphon. As the Ajax is out chasing the Hecagigantes down, you can jump up, use that special ability, get a little bit more survivability in. As the fire siphon coming through here. Destroyers still pushing in, trying to take the fortified town center down. More watchtowers coming through for Nullus as he's trying to break through on the front here. Perseus just about to pop in, does manage to come out, as we do see now Yoshii starting to wander over onto this position. There's more Hecagigantes, more fire siphon coming through, but now once the Colossus is out, it's so tough to kill this one if you aren't through Hecate here. It's kind of like, in a way you don't want to go Hecate, and in a way you do want to go Hecate. But look, the fire siphon's only got 60% crush armor, which means the 50 crush damage, which the Colossus is doing, starts ending up being a huge amount of damage, and he just absolutely annihilates these Fire Siphon as the Perseus manages to take out the Hecagigantes. The Fire Siphon manages to get taken out as well there. As more Fire Siphon rolling through to take out this stable as well. Can Nullus break through, getting these towers up? Halo of the Sun coming in. He is going for the strongest of late game Atlantean power you possibly can. That's Halo of the Sun plus getting petrified, I believe, with the hack vulnerability a little bit later. But this gives bonus damage to these Fire Siphon. Getting himself engineers as well would not go astray here either. Houses on the front going to get taken down is going to be a big help as the Colossus trying to eat this gold mine to stay alive. There needs to be some sort of an effort to take out these markets on this corner here because he's getting away with murder there. As you do see some Fire Siphon coming out here. And Fire Siphon, they're not a building, a unit I like to see. They're really bad for a variety of reasons. But anyways, don't need to get into that. But Yoshii here, he is doing late game 80 shenanigans, and let's just say Nullus is not prepared for these sorts of shenanigans, as one archery range can often do a lot more damage than a ton of towers and Fire Siphons can. As the Colossus still living here, eating the remainder of this gold mine. Up 1,200 gold left in that one. There's another fortress coming through here. Town center under harassment here. Yoshii can pull his villagers and take that out super easily. Pull the Colossus, take this out as well there. It's the Fire Siphon trying to do some stuff here. And look, this is the problem with the Fire Siphon. We need to talk about this a little bit. Why does the Fire Siphon, of all of the Navy ships, have 3.75, wait, 3.7? 3.5, what am I talking about? 3.5 track rating. The Archer ships have all got 10 track rating. Someone explain. Yoshi's got 4,000 food in the bank. He's saving food for next game. Why not? Iron Shield also coming in. Town Center almost going down. Colossus now getting back into the fight. Going to be taking down this fight. Look at the damage. 69 crush damage now. I'm pretty sure that's more damage a second than the than even the catapult with upgrades. Is that right? Obviously, you get more upgrades if you can get yourself engineers. As the Town Center goes down yet again here. But Naval Auxiliary is coming through for Nullus. I mean, he can come in and take these out. That'll be a very big assistance there. As the Oxy Juggernaut starting to take down this Town Center over here. This is huge. Basically, Nullus doesn't need to actually worry about this in terms of his own Navy, unless he really wants to use the Navy. You can actually get a palace up, get some Fire Siphons in here, and he can take these siege ships down much easier than he can with the actual siege boats. If we take a quick look at the stats on that, these do no bonus damage. Wait, I'm sure they have bonus damage. Am I going crazy? Is it just that they have low crush? They've only got 27 crush, so I guess they're getting that damage there. There must be... Wait, is that true? Petropolis have got 150% bonus versus ships. I swear Fire Siphon have also got 150% bonus versus ships, though. Maybe it's the exception to the rule for whatever reason. I don't know. As Yoshii desperately trying to hold on, as this Town Center still managing to stay very much in full spirits there. Town Center does go down over there. Fire Siphon's out. Going to be able to take down this dock, take down these towers. More boats coming through for Yoshii. He's trying to put pressure on here as the Petropolis starting to go after the guard towers. Look at all the citizen on the front here for Nullus. He is sending it all on this position. 8 citizen here to get these up. He's still got to deal with those Petropolis. Now, luckily, he's got Fire Siphon Petropolis. They've got 89 crush armor, but you're still going to be able to get some good damage done onto them with the Fire Siphon. 83 crush! 83 crush damage on these Fire Siphon as he's going to start getting some damage done, taking out the Petropolis here as the Fanatic comes through as well. That one's a bit better at taking out the Petropolis. Meanwhile, over here, still more Oxy Juggernauts onto this position to take out the guard towers and continue to take out the fortified Town Center. Over here is the archery range going to be getting cleaned up over there as the army now breaking down the towers. Nullus getting closer and closer to his goal. He doesn't have any resources here. This is the problem. He needs to be putting palaces up on this position or something here so he can really solidify and like spam fire siphons and the like on this position as well, as the Arcus coming through here to take out the human units and the Hades Shades and everything, the heroes here as well. But he needs to come in and snipe down those Petropoli so his towers stay alive, so we can actually get what he needs to get up here. As we do see the fire siphon now over here has managed to clean this up. More boats still coming through for Yoshii as he's continuously sieging that location. And Yoshii is doing a great job of staying alive here. But the big thing is that at the moment, at the very least, the majority of the reason why Yoshii is alive here, at least fighting so well on this position, are these 7 Hades Shades. 10.8 damage, 35 hack, 41 pierce, 130 HP, 1 population. 1 population. This is the reason. And they're able to do so much here. As you see, the town center started back up. The destroyers are going to be attempting to stop that here, as more units swelling up into this area. But like Nullus here, still no effort into making that Titan. And guess who can make a Titan right here, right now? Yoshii. Yoshii can make a Titan off of 2 town centers here and get complete equilibrium in this game without even needing to worry about this town center. Whereas Nullus here, he's got to put everything into this. As you do see heavy infantry coming through, as the units all popping out, towers all taken out. Fire Siphon does manage to get close enough. Will deny the town center for a little bit here as he gets just a bit of damage off. As the villagers, I mean, unfortunately, will have to start all over again. As the Fire Siphon do break through here, the question is, market's going down. This is going to be tough for Yoshii. Yoshii is now under the pump up here. He doesn't have population for this water fight, which is going to be killing off his trade. Now, Yoshii can move his market over here, and this isn't like a terrible trade route, or he could put his market over here. It's not a terrible trade route. Obviously, it's just this is the best one possible, but he's still going to be having to redo that, which will slow him down a bit. But as this is all going on, and Nullus is trying to put all the pressure up there, the town center is now back up for Yoshii, and he is going to be back into the driver's seat. And look at what's going on over here. Yoshii is a sneaky boy, but Nullus, he's got his eye on the prize here. He is looking at the minimap, and he sees what's happening. We do see an underworld coming through, though, for Yoshii, as he's like, why, I've had this all game, Nullus. You've just forgotten about it. And in that position, Nullus goes, oh yeah, you do have an underworld. Damn. How can I stop that? Answer, not very easily in the slightest. And Yoshii survives the 28 minutes of defense to find the win, which is just how this matchup goes. And I think this map here, unfortunately, for Nullus, as the aggressor here, he just had one too many hurdles to have to jump over here, and he just could not work it out in the end. A very, very well-played game from Yoshii. Nullus is going to have to recompose himself going into game number 3 here. But a well-played game nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.